This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show we have Brett Rutecki on, and we're going to be talking about a product that we are putting out together and that we're really excited about called Profitcanvas. It is both a training and a software along with done-for-you products that you're going to be able to sell everything that you need to be able to copy our success that's been able to make us anywhere from between $20,000 to $55,000 per month online. Everything inside, it's going to allow you to go out there and to do that. I know it sounds too good to be true, but you're going to be a believer by the end. Let's get into it. So what I thought we would do today is bring Brett on. He's the actual software developer of this product. He's done all the coding on it. It's his baby here. And I'm a part of this product, helping out with some of the training, helping tweak it, and a beta tester in here. I find all the bugs for Brett, and then he thanks me graciously, right?
You're the reason I'm losing my hair, Mike.
Exactly. Both of us here. Now, when I first saw this and you brought this product to me and the idea about it, I was really excited. And you were like telling me you wanted to create something that would help people just getting started be able to create the kind of wealth that you and I have been able to build here. I mean, we both have these lifestyles where we're not like, we don't have big companies, but we're able to make anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 per month from our homes. Sometimes, I know people don't want to picture this, sometimes in our underwear, but it's definitely a great way of living. So tell us a little bit about this, like maybe in your own words, what you were thinking when you first came up with this.
Well, a lot of times I tell my story, Mike, about how I used to be a software developer first. But one of the things that actually really got me going was that people started helping me. They started giving me a chance. You were the one. You helped me with one of my first product launches. You interviewed me. Nobody else would promote for me. Nobody else would do anything for me. And, you helped me out. JV Zoo is another big one. JV Zoo picked me for product of the day one time, and that completely changed my life. I actually personally thanked the EBR for that. And he's like, okay, I don't even remember picking you, but okay. But that changed my life. And I realized that not a lot of people are software developers. A lot of people can't, create their own products, which is what I did to get started. So I wanted to think of a way that I can give everybody everything they need to do affiliate marketing or do other types of marketing, other things that you and I do. You're more of an affiliate marketer than I do. I wanted to give people all the tools, all of the training, everything they need in one place. Because it seems to me like a lot of the products that get released are kind of, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really good products that have been released this year particularly, but it seems like they're always just one thing. Mm-hmm. So the good example that I like to use a lot is pop-ups. You get a pop-up builder and you think, okay, cool, I can make these cool pop-ups, like they look awesome, they got a nice animation effect, I can put an opt-in form on it, I throw it on my website, and I can start collecting emails. Well, not really, because that's only one piece of the puzzle, because now you have to know how to rank in Google to get traffic so that people could even see your pop-ups in the first place. So taking that over to Profitcanvas, as you know, there's a pop-up builder in it. And also, as you know, my website, I can generally rank for Google almost at will. So I not only give you the pop-up builder, I also give you the training that explains exactly how to rank your website in Google. So now it becomes a complete solution instead of just one piece of the solution.
And that's something that we see there, like you said, you have your software, and then on the back of it in the sales funnel, then you have a training to show you like how to use the software. And one thing I want people to understand here is that what we've done with Profitcanvas is some people might think, oh, it's training, it's a tutorial on how to use the software. No, that's something that's just a given that needs to be inside any kind of a product. The training that we talk about here, we're going to actually show you the back end area during actually 40 plus videos of real training, of Brett talking about real examples of building an email list, real examples of launching products, of promoting affiliate products through a list that he's built. I'm in there doing my affiliate marketing stuff, showing how I've built my business that has done extremely, like, just blowing up. Both of us are blowing up here over the last, actually over the last 12 months. I think both of us have increased exponentially. I know that you have a little graph there that I've seen before, where it just keeps going up and up and up. But enough about us though. Like I can see people going like these guys are have been doing this for a while. They have the knowledge to do it. Do you sincerely think that someone who is just getting started or maybe has been struggling could take Profit Canvas, take everything that's included, take the software, take the training, and actually make money with it?
I think if somebody gets the software, follows the training that I give them step by step, goes through everything, actually takes action, that's going to be on them. People have to take action themselves. I can't make them do that. But I think if people actually take action, I can say pretty confidently that they will make money. And the reason why I can say that confidently is because that's what I did, and I made money.
Yeah, and of
So
course
I mean,
we can't guarantee anything. Like that's illegal for one thing to guarantee that you can make money from that. We'll get arrested here. But no, but I agree with you. It's the stuff and the training that we've put in here. If people are willing to go and take action, they can actually use the training and be able to have the software to be able to create these pages or these videos or do a webinar. All the things that have been able to make both of us a lot of money online, they have those tools. If you try to get, and you're going to show this, like the page builder, and to be completely transparent with everyone, when Brett and I were talking about the pricing for it, we even discussed, like, should this be a monthly software? Like, are we shooting ourselves in the foot here? Could this be a monthly program that we could sell to people? And we had a real discussion about it, and we came to the conclusion that it should be monthly, but for this limited time launch, we're going to do a one-time fee, which people keep on telling us, and this isn't when like people that are watching this know you and they know me, they know we're not hypey. I'm not just going to say this. Like people have literally told me, Mike, you need to make this monthly. Why are you guys selling this for one time? But it will be.
I think there's about 6 or 7 Skype chats that you and I have had too
Yeah.
about Brett. We should probably make this monthly, and then we would talk about it, and then we would say, oh, let's just do it one time for this, try to help people out, and then a couple of days later we'd be like, you know what, maybe I'd say to you, oh, maybe we should make this monthly, Mike, and then we'd have almost the same discussion all over again, and we always come back to the same thing though. For 3 days only, we can give people one chance to get in for life. We want to help people. It sounds lame when people say that, like, I want to help people. That's why I'm doing this. Let's not lie. We want to make money as
Yeah,
well.
of course.
But we already both do all right for ourselves. It's not like we're going to go bankrupt if we don't get everybody for all the money we can. So we just want to be fairly compensated. So I think doing it 3 days for a one-time fee is going to be okay for everybody.
And we have to charge more later on because there's going to be server fees associated with this. To be quite frank with everyone, we spent thousands of dollars on a server just to hold everything, all the pages, to make sure the pages load fast for everyone, to make sure it's on it's on a dedicated server. Brett was actually telling me about this before the interview. It's actually there's a super fast quad 48 blah 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 terabyte whatever it is. I don't understand. When Brett talks to me about these things, I have no idea what they mean. I'm not a developer, but there's a computer sitting somewhere that is going to be holding all of our pages and everything, and we're going to be hosting everything for free. You're getting free hosting. I pay $50 per month for my hosting. I think you pay in the hundreds per month for all of your stuff, for your hosting. But anyways, we haven't even showed. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm really excited about this. We haven't even showed anything that's in the software and the training here. But before we do that, and I'm actually, like I always do in my interviews, I'm looking down the sales page here and just trying to see if I can pick out anything else that I wanted to mention. Tell us the story here about how we discussed this, and then I told you, I was like, okay, Brett, like let's go out there and actually make money with the software. So people can say, and the training, people could say to you, oh, Brett, you're a big guy. You've got your email list of thousands of people. You've got an advantage over anyone. All you have to do is hit a button, and you can email out and say, oh, I've made money. Talk about how you use Profit Canvas itself to make money starting from scratch.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, and that, I can do that, and I definitely have an advantage over people, and I realized it as well. And you had mentioned it when we first started. After the system was created, and we're like, okay, now we got to test everything out. Sure, I can send out to my email list. I have a list of a few thousand people. That's great. Most people don't have that. So the idea was that we would use Profit Canvas and only Profit Canvas, only the things that are provided in Profit Canvas. So I started off, I actually built a squeeze page. Now, of course, I used Profit Canvas to build the squeeze page. But then I needed something to give away for the squeeze page. I needed a lead magnet. Well, Profit Canvas is being a complete system, provides products that people can give away for lead magnets. So I used one of the Profit Canvas free lead magnets to give away on my squeeze page.
And lead magnets, by the way, for everyone, like just like we have four real pieces of software, four pieces of software developed by Brett that you can give away as a way of getting people on an email list. Continue on.
Yep. So gave one of the products away, one of the software, the bonuses away as a lead magnet, and then I needed to get traffic. So what I did was I used my Facebook tutorial to how to get traffic on Facebook, followed the tutorial. Now I didn't have to actually go to the video because I wrote the tutorial. I knew what to do already, but I followed the steps that I teach in the tutorial to send traffic to my squeeze page. I was able to spend, I think it was $10 I spent, and I got 160 people on my email list. I got all new people.
It's ridiculously low right there. That right there could be like everyone sees all these like little $7 products that come out on the Warrior Forum. That could just be a little product right there that someone puts out, or a $47 product going into it and really showing all the details of how you did that. Like that's a ridiculously low amount of money to pay for an email list. 150, 100, how many people?
About 160 people. It was 161, but honestly, when I was looking over the list, one of those was my test when I tested to make sure the opt-in form worked. So to be fair, it was 160.
For $10, like that's
That's
incredible.
what's that? 8 cents per email.
I,
I
I
mean, you go get a squeeze page for 60 cents a click.
yeah,
We're talking 8 cents an email address.
it's awesome.
So yeah, and incidentally, I do that all the time. Anybody who's ever seen like my fan page, you can see it's nothing but ads. I build my list up that way all the time. It wasn't new for me. Um, so then when I had that list, I needed to monetize that list because that's the whole point anyway. I mean, getting an email address is great, but you need to make some money from them. So what I did was I actually used that list to send traffic on closing day to a promotion that Radu Hahainu was running. So I jumped in on closing day, sent traffic to it with that new list. I was thinking maybe I'd get a couple of sales, but since they were fresh, since they were impressed by the free product that I gave them away, and that was good enough to impress them and get me credibility. So then when I said, "Oh, check out Radu software, it's great, you're going to like it," a bunch of people bought it. As a matter of fact, enough people bought it that since it was closing day, I won Radu's closing contest. So honestly, I was selling other products at the same time. I'm not real sure exactly how much I made from just those emails. I think it was something around $1,800 from the sales commissions, but I got $1,000 bonus from Radu Hahainu, and you know that for sure because you sent it to me.
In all transparency, I was a partner with Radu on the launch, but we all know that I wouldn't fix things just to make you win. You want it fair and square. So, but yeah, I mean that's those leads, that money, that those sales helped you to win that prize. Plus, you were able to make the money from those actual leads. So you paid $10 to make approximately 2,800.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the number, of course. If we wanted it to be just like we could say that you made around 2,500 from that.
Yeah,
Easy.
to be exact, as far as the commissions from the sales, that's really hard to track because I have, other funnels already set up that are
Yeah.
all constantly sending traffic to JVZoo. So I don't, it all, JVZoo only reports it all together. That's why actually I didn't show any screenshots of like that day because it would show like 6,000 in sales from that day, but a lot of them were from my other funnels. I didn't want to deceive people.
You can't say that you made 6,000 just from that.
Right.
Because
I
it came
only
from other
wanted to
places.
talk about the things that I made just from using Profit Canvas in that example. And like I said, even $1,000 bonus. I mean, that's pretty good. 1,000.
So yeah, anyone can go out there, follow the training, and be able to replicate these kind of results. And that's the kind of system that we have here. After that, I actually went out And I was like, okay, Brett, you've done this. I need to get some proof for us as well and show people that this system works. So I actually created a page with Profit Canvas, and that page resulted in $3,997 from using that page in my business. So we also had income coming in from there. It's, I mean, it's all about using everything that's in here. It's the software, it's the strategy, it's the products that you get for free. So you don't have to. I know a lot of people. It's like one of their biggest fears is they have to go out there and even to be an affiliate, which is the easiest way. It's the way I actually hate doing launches. I always like Brett and I, for everyone, look, we get stressed out on these launches because it can be a lot of work. But if you have these products all done for you and you want to go out there and build a list and just be an affiliate, or if you want to get into product creation as well, it's all there for you. There's so much in here that I think the cool part of this is going to be the testimonials that we get after. I mean, we already have people who have who have been playing around with the software, not simply just like other affiliates who are putting their name on the sales page. Like we have people that have gone through it and just are raving about it. I'm sure you've gotten messages as well.
Yeah, I gave Profit Canvas to 200 people to test, like actual beta testers, not just affiliates. 200 real people from my list. I said, here, access it, tell me what you think, and they helped me test. They helped me find any bugs to make sure it's perfect. But even when they were doing that, though, they're like, wow, this is really cool. This is really great. And they're sending me these messages, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. I wrote that. It
Yeah.
was a nice little ego boost for me. It made me feel good.
And that's what that's where you're at now, and I think that's where we're both at now, where we're not in the position where we're just trying to make money. We're in the position where we're trying to make money and be able to actually influence other people's lives and to help them. And if this can help just a few people, I think that's gonna be awesome. So let's do this, Brett. Enough talk. Let's take a look inside.
All right, let's go ahead and share the screen. Are we sharing here?
One sec. Yes.
Okay, so this is actually my Profit Canvas account. This is the main account here, and you can actually see Profit Canvas is broken up into 5 sections. So there's the drag and drop page builder, there's the video builder, the pop-up builder, the webinar, and then the vault. The vault itself is broken up into 2 things. There is the training and the software. Now, the software is the software that I told that you were talking about and that I was talking about earlier, the things that you get with reseller rights. These are things that you can sell if you need a product to sell. These are things that you can give away if you need a product to give away in order to build up your list for a lead magnet. And then the training itself. And now this, as you said, isn't training on how to use the software. That's actually in a different section. Tutorials like this is how you fill in the settings in the software is in a completely different section. This is training on how to make money online. This literally is everything I know about internet marketing. So it starts off with general training, just general strategies, how to build a list machine, which is an automated way to build your list using Facebook ads. How to build your pages so that they actually convert, to actually make pages that make people want to opt in. It goes on, and then it continues with affiliate marketing. Everything I know about affiliate marketing, I make about $15,000 a month as an affiliate marketer.
I
Then there's
think you make
everything that
more
you.
than that as an affiliate marketer now. Don't be bashful.
Well, my concern is always that I'm going to over exaggerate, so I under exaggerate. Then there's everything you know about affiliate marketing. So,
Yep.
there's the Google ranking. If you check out any of the products that I review on my website, check them out in Google. You can see I'm almost always on the first page of Google. This is exactly how I do it right here.
I'm
And
trying to figure that out as well. Brett's always at the top there. I can never beat him.
then there's product creation. Explains everything that I know about product creation from 2 aspects. It explains what I know about getting them created, and then what I know about like outsourcing and freelancing stuff. So that way you don't actually have to create it. You can get other people to do it for you. Because that's actually how I got my start. Is I used to do it for other people as a freelancer. So what is there, like 40 videos in here total that pretty much explains everything you need to know about making money online.
And let me just interject there. I think people think, and I think I was thinking this too before I started making money, that everything was really, really complicated. Like people had like this like crazy link building software that they would go out and had like an army of virtual assistants that were doing all this stuff for you, and you had all kinds of workers. How many employees do you have, Brett?
Zero.
Zero. And I have, as far as employees go, I have two people that do work for me. One that helps me with some copywriting, and another that's a virtual assistant that helps me set up my posts and stuff for my work. So as far as like us having big armies of like working in an office, like I think you just recently moved into an office. Like is in you set up an office room? Is it in your house? Is it
Yeah,
nearby? Like
this is in my house. You can see the door. I don't know. We're sharing screens now, but when we're talking, you can see a door that was behind me.
mhm.
If you walk through that door, you'll be in my living room. You can see my kids watching TV and playing video games. So
I don't even have an office. I live in my current apartment that we're renting is a one bedroom in a nice place, but it's a one bedroom. But we just bought a house, and it's going to finally it's going to be a two bedroom, and I'm going to have an office in there. But it's not something that I'm like really looking for. Like I think the point that I wanted to make here was that it's not super complicated. All that stuff that you explain in the training is going to be enough. If you're willing to go through it and you're willing to apply it, there's money to be made in it. But you need to take action. If you don't take action, nothing's going to happen.
well, you know what I want to get, and that's what you something that I think is important to mention. Like you said, you don't even have an office. That's one of the really cool things about making money online is when you go somewhere, your work comes with you.
Yeah.
You can always decide to work. You can always tweak your funnel. If you have a laptop and an internet connection, you can do your work. You can make money. When people get to the sales page, and we didn't show them it yet, but when they get to the sales page and they see the video. They're going to see the motorcycle scene. When they see that, I want them to know that that's not some kind of clip art or something that I got. That's actually me riding in Nevada on a bike it was a rented bike, but it was me riding out in Nevada. I made enough money on that trip to pay for that trip twice.
And
So
it's funny.
I went on vacation. I came home with more money than I left with.
And and people that follow me or friends of me on Facebook, I was in my wife and I went to. I live for everyone that maybe if you're just watching this for new and you don't know, I actually live in Europe. I live over in Turkey, and my wife, who's Turkish, we were over in back in September. We were in the States for about 3 weeks. For 1 week, we were at Disney World and Universal Studios in Orlando. Then we went up to Maine to see my family, and then we went to New York. But during those 3 weeks that I was away, I was able to, in the evening, just hop on my computer, set something up, set up some emails to go out, and I remember specifically just being I was in Disney. I was in where was I? Hollywood Studios. For those of you that have been there, and I remember sitting at one of the restaurants. The food was pretty bad, actually. It was pretty crappy food there. But I remember looking on my phone and just like these commissions were just coming in. And I'm not doing this like to brag or anything, but to say that like I wasn't making tens of thousands of dollars. But I think while I was at Disney and while I was in the States, if I look at my income report, which I am quite transparent about that, I think I made $30,000 in that month. In 3 weeks of it, I was on vacation.
Well, the thing is, Mike, when you work at a job, you go to your job and you do your work, and then you get your pay at the end of the week,
Mhm.
right? How do they base your pay? I mean, even if you're a salaried worker, you're still based off of hours working. When you go to a job, you're selling your hours. And that's the problem that people have. You only have so many hours in a day. No
Mhm.
matter, even if you want to work 18 hours a day, that's your cap. You can only work so many hours. But when you have a business and you set up automated systems to make you money, you don't have to go to work and you still make money. So sure, you might get a $5 commission, an $8 commission, a $10 commission, but it happens over and over and over again, whether or not you're working. So you end up making a lot more money in the end because all those $5 and $8 add up to a lot at the end. And the great thing is you weren't working while you were making them.
You put in the work once, in which like I put in the work to do it, and you do too. You put in the work, but then you get paid over and over again from it. So cool. Okay, let's show them. Bring us over to the page builder. I know we've started kind of off in there. I want to show people exactly how that works. Can you just go and create a page for us?
Yeah, this is just a test here. Let me clear this off. So the quickest and easiest way to create a page is going to be to go ahead and click on the template section right here. And then you can pick one of the 75 templates that are included. So I don't know. I'll just pick one at random, I guess, right? Let's pick this one. Click on it, and it will then load your template. Now, the entire page is made up of widgets. So each section is editable. You can see, I don't know if you could tell in the screen share, but when I mouse over it, actually the background turns kind of red. Mm-hmm. That means I'm ready to edit it. So if I wanted to say, for example, change this text, I could just right click on it, and then I can simply update the text to anything that I want. Or if I wanted to, let's say, change this button link, I can right click on it and then change the link in the button.
Is there really a font called Lobster?
Yes, there is. There are some fonts called some things that would make a grown man blush. Okay. So if I want to move something or resize it, now I wouldn't move this as good position here, but just for example, if I wanted to move it, it's fully drag and drop. I just move it around. If I want to resize it, I could just, resize it. Most people are going to be happy, though, just loading up the template, editing the text, putting in their link, and then boom, they're done. The one thing that they may want to do, though, is change like the page title, the description, the keywords, or if they have any special code, like maybe retargeting code or anything like that, they can paste it in here. That's what the vast majority of people are going to do. They're just going to use a template, edit it the way they want, change the page title. When they're done, click on save, and that's it. Now they have a page built.
Question for you. I know the answer to the first one because I'm a partner on this, but it's mobile responsive, everyone. So it works on mobile devices. You can actually there's a builder mode inside where you can either automatically have your page that's going to load on mobile devices, or if you have something that you specifically want to show up on a mobile device and change it, you can actually have a page show up on a desktop one way and then have it show up on a mobile device another way. An example would be if you had a page with all kinds of links on it and stuff, and you didn't want it to just kind of stretch and move on a mobile device. You just want it to be more basic. You could change it and do that with it. As far as SEO is concerned, Brett, will these rank in the search engines or not?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest. Okay, you could search anything, and Google doesn't rank squeeze pages high. They don't rank sales pages high, and that's why I give you the traffic training as well to show you how to get traffic without relying on Google. They're designed with SEO in mind, but they're never going to rank as high as, say, a well-written blog post, and that's just because they don't have the content. And Google knows that if you're trying to, Google doesn't want to send people to sales pages,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why in the training you're focusing not on building something that is going to rank. You're building pages that are going to convert people into either people that are going to get on your email list or they're going to buy something from you. When I first saw these templates, there's a bunch of different versions of them here. Are they some of them squeeze pages, some of them sales pages? Talk a little bit about that.
Well, you and I talked about this before, too. I personally think that there is no difference between a squeeze page and a sales page. I think a squeeze page is a sales page. I think when you make a squeeze page, you are still selling the prospect. The person comes, and you still need to sell them on the idea of buying your product, except for you're not asking them for money. You're asking them for their email address. And I actually focus on that mindset a lot in the training because that mindset has done well for me. I have squeeze pages and I have, opt-in forms that converted 80% because I think in my head, I have to get these people excited and sell them on the idea of getting my freebie just as if I was trying to sell them the product. And then at the end, I say, oh, guess what, guys? It's actually free, So these, usually when I get done with a page or an opt-in, they're ready to buy it. And then I give it to them for free. And then I end up getting these huge conversion rates.
Show us some of the stuff that you can add in here. There's some cool features that you've got that you can drag right in.
Okay, so when you're building your page, let me just clear off the widgets here. So when you're building your page, you can add in buttons, obviously. I'm going to skip the hotbox for a second. I'll come back to that in a minute. You can add in links, you can add in text, you can add in your own images. So if you have an image, you can upload it, your own clip art. We have a clip art library already made up for you. So if you need clip arts, you need something to put in, there's actually so many of them, they're not loading fast enough while I scroll.
Oh, like for and look, they're cool because they've got it's all built for sales stuff like add to cart. There's all that like circle around stuff. Download now, check marks, bonus, guarantees, all included inside there.
Yep, you can add your YouTube videos. And there's actually types of videos you can add. You can add a regular YouTube video, or you can add a builder video. So we actually have the the video builder where you can create interactive videos with lower thirds, opt-in forms. So you can go ahead and click this and actually just add in one of them as well, or you can go ahead and add in a normal YouTube video if you want. Let's see what else here. We've got the custom HTML. So if you have custom HTML that you want to put into your page, if you have your own custom autoresponder code, perhaps one of the autoresponders that we don't directly integrate with, you can just add your autoresponder code in here, put your autoresponder in. Countdown timers. Everybody loves countdown timers. You got to have scarcity. It definitely helps your conversions, and I talk about that in the training a lot, why you should use it. So you can add a countdown timer in. And finally, an easy way to integrate with Aweber, GetResponse, or MailChimp, you can add in a sign-up form as well. Again, if you don't use one of these autoresponders, all you have to do is use the HTML widget and add in your own form code.
Now we host these pages for everyone, so I'm going to have you show that in the end here. But what happens if I don't want to host my page on your server?
You have a couple of options. And if I exit here real quick, and you can see I'm going to click on the embed button there. You can go ahead and use our own hosting. Now, this is an unbranded domain. Anybody that goes to that domain, they're going to see a blank screen. But if they happen to go to this URL, they will see my test. Okay, so you can use that. You can use our iframe code if you need. You can go ahead and use that as well. Or you can simply click on the download button and just download your page as well.
So if you download that, you can then upload that to like a server and show it on your own domain.
Yep, you can just download this and upload it to your server if you like. You can do that as well. Yep. I wanted it to be flexible for the people that want to put it on their own server, but I also wanted to be available for people that don't maybe have hosting, which is why we have the unbranded hosting that we have put it on as well.
Click on the embed link again. And one thing that I like that we did here, and I requested this. I was like, because what happened was those you can all see where it says your direct URL is, and before that was just like a googly like random number with characters, and I was like, Brett, wouldn't it be great if we could just like make it look nicer and like change it to something like I could have the product name or whatever. And but I was like, that sounds nice, Mike. And then I remember waking up the next morning and there was a message on my Skype, Mike, I made that change in there and added that in. Like, and that's one thing. I think there's two things I want to point out there. One is that it has this function. Two, this isn't a product that's done being built. I'm sure that once we start getting people in there and people start saying, Brett, could you do this? Brett, could you do that? Some of them you're going to go, no, it's normal. Like, no, that's not possible. But some of them you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. Let's change that. Let's do that.
Well, you know what? That's one of the advantages of doing the kind of marketing I do is that I was a software developer before I became an internet marketer. A lot of guys, and again, nothing against anybody personal. I'm not saying the way anybody does anything is bad, but a lot of people have to hire a team. So they hire other developers or they outsource to other developers. I don't have to do any of that. So when people say things like you said to me, like, hey, Brad, it would be great if these URLs could be nicer looking. I originally had them to be just random string of characters, kind of like I modeled it off of YouTube. And you said it would be great if they were nice looking URLs. It made sense. I'm a developer. I didn't need to send it to my team. I didn't need to ask the lead guy if it's possible. I just did it, you know.
And that's what I like about working with Brett, because if there's a problem in the software, if there's a bug, I don't need to worry about some guy that I've paid to develop, and maybe he's already gotten his money and he's off doing another project, and he's ignoring my messages, and I'm trying to get him to fix stuff. Like, this is your baby here, and this is a big project for you, something that you've put a lot of hours into, and I know that you're gonna make it right. Bring us over. You talked about the videos and being able to add your special videos in there. Show us how that works.
Okay, so yeah, we got the video builder here. Let me go ahead and edit this. And you can actually see one of my demo videos here for an ad that I had run. The video builder allows you to put the lower thirds on top of it, the opt-in forms, the PayPal Buy Now buttons, and the JV Zoo buttons. I personally like the lower thirds. So what I'll do is I'll put a video like on my blog, a little tutorial video, which is what this is right here. It's a tutorial telling people how to make better squeeze pages. And when I'm doing after the little tutorial video is over, I'll say, "Hey, you want to learn more? Opt in right here." And then all of a sudden, an opt-in form pops up inside of the video. And that works really well because I've just impressed them with my cool little video, and then right there's the opt-in form for them, you know.
And I'll point out that there's other software that does similar things to this right here. But the nice thing is that this is actually included inside of the software suite, so that you don't need other software to do it.
Right. I knew that this was good, and I knew that this type of software works really well, and I knew that some people have a similar software to this, some people don't. But I didn't want to be like people buy Profitcanvas and be like, "Oh, Brett, it would be great if I can make these interactive videos like XYZ does," and I say, "Okay, go buy XYZ."
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, "Okay, here it is, you got it," and I knew it made sense to have this. So Profitcanvas is designed to be an all-inclusive system.
So you can put countdown timers. You can make it autoplay or not. Show controls, lower thirds, and then you can just. I saw back on the page there. You can just actually choose from your videos inside of that page builder, so you can have them all just listed there
Yep.
for you. Cool. Okay, exit out of here. I'll lead you around here.
I want to show the pop-up. That's actually one of my favorite things in here, believe it or not. I really like that. And it comes back to what we had said earlier when we were talking. You said about do squeeze pages actually rank in SEO? And I said, no, they don't, because Google doesn't like to send people to a squeeze page. But Google likes to send people to blogs and likes to send people to websites. And the reason why the pop-up thing is one of my personal favorites is because when you put a pop-up on a blog article, you're turning it into a squeeze page. So now you get the free traffic from having a nice, cool written article, and it's a squeeze page as well, because when people go to leave or after they're there for a certain number of seconds, they are then presented with your pop-up. I build a lot of leads that way personally myself. You can go, if you look here, you can see the title of my tests here. Get honest reviews. Well, you know where that came from. Get Jacker, and then of course there's one test. But these are actual real pop-ups that I use on my blog to build my list right now. You can see my stats right there. 356 people have come to this in the last 7 days. I've built probably 100 leads from this pop-up.
Cool. I like that you're actually using it on your site as well. It goes to show you that you're creating stuff that even you want to use. That's a nice thing to see.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You wanted me to look at something particular?
No, we're good. I want you to show the stats. I know you can't open up the email part of it because I don't want you to show the email addresses, but I want to point out there that on the left-hand side, right next to that little stat thing, there is a little email envelope. So for people out there that don't have an autoresponder yet, it will show up in there as well, right? You can get them later.
Yeah, I can't. If I click this, what it'll do is it'll show the number of opt-ins I got. It'll say, total opt-ins, and then underneath it, it'll list all the emails. I can't show it to you that because, as I said, these are real email addresses. I can't publicly put people's email addresses on.
I won't make you do that. I wouldn't want to be the people that had their email addresses shown and then suddenly they're on everyone's email list all of a sudden. Cool. Go and show us. Actually, is it possible to show us one of the pop-ups in action there? Do you have any way of showing that? Maybe you're not ready for it. Is it already cookied in? Maybe.
Nope, this one's on a 30-second delay. So
Okay.
if you want me to show you something else quick, we could come back in 30 seconds and this will be up here. And I like to use delays because what I like to do is when people come, they'll read my blog, and then all of a sudden the pop-up will show, say, "Hey, you want more? Here you go."
So they're
Uh,
coming to your content, like what you mentioned before. This page right here is a WordPress blog. So this right here wasn't made with Profit Canvas, but the pop up was made
yep,
with it.
yeah, it wasn't made with Profit Canvas. The pop up was made. So what I do is I rank in Google, and as a matter of fact, I'll show you something real quick. If we go over here, and this was an Alex Jeffries product. This had hundreds of affiliates promoting it, sold thousands of copies. You go ahead and you Google search for rapid email profits. Look who's number one
Always a
every time.
Google.
So I teach people how to do that, by the way.
Yeah, and, and,
We,
and
we,
that's and this isn't. Some people go, well, he's searching inside of his own Google account. Go ahead and if you're doubting, go and search it yourself. It's going to be right up there
yeah.
at the
So
top.
then they come in, they read my blog article, and then my pop up shows and says, "Hey, you want more of this? Would you like to get more of these? This type of content? Opt in below," and it works really well.
For some reason, does the internet gods not like us today, and your pop-up's not showing up?
No, it's on a 30-second delay. Has it been 30 seconds?
I think so.
You want me to show you the webinars? We'll come back then and see if it
We'll
pops up
see
for
if it pops up. Everyone's like, it's not working. It works, everyone. Sometimes there's cookies and everything that come in there, and it wouldn't show up. Go ahead and show us the webinars.
All right, so this is the webinar section. Now, I personally don't do a lot of webinars. I've done some. I've done a couple with you. You're kind of like twisting my arm, getting me to do them.
Hmm.
And I was amazed by how well webinars work. Like, I was like really amazed that webinars just convert really well. You can make a lot of money with webinars. And I instantly realized the potential of webinars. So then I did what most people do. I went over to, go to webinar. I checked out a couple of softwares, and I was like, maybe I'll get a webinar software. It's like $400 a month. I was like, oh my God, that's more than my car payment. You know what I mean?
Really, it's expensive, and the best, in my opinion, probably the best webinar software out there on the market right now is GoToWebinar, and that's the one that it's the top of the line. It's not perfect, but it's probably the best. So if you've got, I think I want to say it was $500, Brett. I think it's more. If you've got that kind of money, if you can even sometimes find a discount for it. I was able to find a discount and through someone that I knew, and I still pay $200 a month for GoToWebinar. If you're cool paying with that, then that's the best one. But not everyone has that kind of money that they want to spend.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't. I'll be honest. I don't want to spend it myself. I'm cheap. So me being a software developer, I had a problem. I wanted to do webinars, but I didn't want to spend so much money. I knew some people wouldn't be able to. So I wrote a webinar system. And of course, Profit Canvas is supposed to be an all-inclusive system. So I put it inside of Profit Canvas. So using this, you can actually, and it does use Google Hangouts. I'll be totally upfront and honest by that. It's the only way that we can do live broadcasting without having these huge server fees and needing to charge a monthly fee.
Hmm.
But you can run live webinars inside of with Profit Canvas. It is full featured, so people can ask questions. It'll show you the number of people attending. You can chat with people. You can put links up for people. You can even actually, since this is browser based, this is something that's pretty cool. At the end of the webinar, if I change this over to live, let me change this to live. You can see right here where it says the redirect attendees. So anytime I want, I can type in a URL here and redirect people that are attending the webinar to any URL I want.
I was
So like
showing
say,
that. Well, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm excited about it. I was showing that to an affiliate, and I got him on a webinar. I was showing this. And he was asking me questions inside of the chat, and I was answering back to it. And then I sent him to MikeFromMaine.com, and he was like, "What just happened? How'd you do that?" I was like, "That's in the software." He's like, "Oh, that's awesome."
well, my idea, I wrote this with my business model in mind, and my idea was I was going to do live webinars showing away software or showing away off products that I was affiliate marketing for.
Hmm.
So the thought was, after the webinar is over, I would put in my affiliate link here, and it'd say, "Okay, guys, everybody, thanks for coming. I really appreciate. Bang, here you go. You're on the sales page. Cookie to my affiliate link."
Do they go off? Does the page stop, or does it open a new page?
It'll close the webinar up.
Close the
Yep.
webinar. Okay,
Yep.
cool. And it has one of the things that I've seen with other webinar softwares that integrate with Google Hangouts. that, or if you try to do a Google Hangout without without using a software in it, you need to have a chat area. So this actually, from playing with it, you've got that chat area in there. People can ask you questions. You can answer them back live on the call. It's pretty cool. I thought it was one of those additions to the software that just kind of put the icing on the cake for me.
Yes, yeah, I wanted it to be there. Now, I'll be totally honest. At some point, maybe you'll get to the point where you want to spend $400 or $500 a month and go to a more dedicated system
Mhm.
like GoToWebinar. I'm not going to lie about that at all. But for people that want to take advantage of webinars but don't have that kind of, the income to justify that kind of expense, this is going to be a free way
Yeah.
for them to get started. And since it's just a little extra that I put into the system anyway, it's pretty cool.
No, I like it. Cool. Bring us back out here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the
There's
software.
pop-up, Mike.
There's the pop-up. I knew that pop-up was gonna come out here. I was thinking to myself, I'm not gonna edit that out there. I know that this is gonna work. This is gonna be good here. But there, that's cool, and it's actually made the background there is dark. It's making it really come up here, and that's how you can build your list. You've got every single page of content that you have then becomes a squeeze page.
Yep. Now, I don't put my pop-up on all my pages. I put it on, a couple of them, pages that I know that are going to get a lot of traffic, and I'll put my pop-up on, and the cool thing is I could put a different pop-up on different pages, so I can make it specific to the content that I'm promoting. So this was actually a product that I didn't particularly like the product that I was promoting in the review. So I have a pop-up that says, never get scammed again. Sign up below and always get honest reviews. So then on another one where maybe I'm doing a training on how to do retargeting,
video creator, the
I'll have
webinar
a
system,
pop-up
the
that'll say,
step-by-step
hey, would you
training,
like a
the
retraining
four
plug,
professionally
or
developed
a
WordPress
retargeting
plugins with
plugin?
full
Here it
resale
is.
rights or
Opt in
giveaway
below.
rights,
And incidentally, I give
and
that
the
away in the
support
vault
there. Before we move on, is there anything else you wanted to say about that, Brett?
I just want to make sure, I want everybody to understand that everybody gets the training. The training is not, the training that we showed, that's not an upsell. It's not like we're going to give you the software and say, hey guys, now we'll teach you how to use it. No, that's all included. The whole point of this is to give you everything you need, so everybody gets training.
When you first sent me over that sales video, I didn't even know that you were adding in the extra products there. And I was even surprised. I was like, "Oh, great! Like that's cool. Like we're adding in even more stuff." As far as being offered this again, what's your stand on that?
No, I'm not going to offer it again, like I said, because as I said, I Profitcanvas is for the launch a one-time fee. After that, it's going monthly. I'm going to put a lot of effort into long-term promoting this. I spent 1,000 hours writing this. I didn't do that for a 3-day launch. This is going to be a long-term project for me. So after the initial launch, I'm not going to sell developer rights again because, again, like I said, everybody that gets a client is guaranteed somebody that's never going to buy from me as well. So this is a limited time thing.
Cool. Yeah, and it's definitely. I want to point that out again. 3 days is what we'll be doing this for, and that monthly. That this is going to be your baby in your business now. This is going to be your major offer that you're going to be promoting from now on. This isn't some product that gets launched and then gets left behind like so many other products in the IM industry.
When I was freelancing, the most expensive license that we have in Profitcanvas, if you were to hire me as a freelancer, you would go back in time 4 years ago, and you were to hire me as a freelancer, that price wouldn't pay for me until work until lunchtime.
Yeah.
Okay. We go through that already in less than a day. So
cool. I'm excited about doing it, and we're going to be going out there and doing a 4-week training and show people how to make money online, how to set up an entire business, how to do it live. How are you feeling about this? Do you think we're giving this away for too cheap?
Well, I thought about that too. It's good to help people. We could probably charge a lot more, to be honest with you. We really could. We could charge a whole lot more. People charge thousands of dollars for live training. Especially considering that we're going to answer their questions, we're going to show them our business, we're going to give them specific answers based on their specific problems. So it's almost like really coaching. It's not really training. The videos that we give them is training. This is more like coaching. And so going by that method, we should be charging a lot more. But if we charge a huge amount, $2,000, $3,000, we're not really going to help anybody. We're only going to help people that already have money to start with. So that's kind of like counter what we want to do. We want to help people make money, not like say to people that already have a bunch of money, say this is how you make even more. You know,
And I was thinking about it. Someone might say, if I was going to be doing an interview with you and I was completely unbiased here and I wasn't involved in the product, I would say, Brett, but you already have training inside the product. Why would I want training here? And I'm gonna answer my own question. The training inside the product is excellent, and it's video training. It's gonna give people all that they need. If they just want to go and do the training and apply that and use the software, that's fantastic. That's why we built the product. We didn't build a product to make it so that they had to buy the one-time offers in order to have success with it. Brett, thank you so much for coming on. Anything else? Anything that we missed? Anything that you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
I know the only thing that I always say at the end, like when I do an interview with people, is I don't do false scarcity. I don't lie to people. So at midnight, when this launch is over, I'm going to be sitting here at my desk, and at midnight, I'm going to change those prices to a monthly fee. 12 and please, people get mad at me. I had a guy yell at me one time. He's like, "Oh, I came to the page, 5 minutes late." I'm like, "Sorry, you were still late. And if I lie, if I make an exception for you, it means I lied to everybody else. I'm not going to do that." So don't think that I'm just saying that to get people to buy or anything like that. If they come 5 minutes late, it will be a monthly fee.
And I agree with you on that. There's so many, like when I'm promoting products as an affiliate, people will say, well, the price is going to go up at this time. And I'm like, is it really going to go up? Because I'm going to tell my people, I'm going to mail them up and tell them, look, guys, this is ending right now. If you don't get in on this, then you're going to miss out. Like you need to, if I tell them that, then it doesn't happen. I'm a liar, and they'll never believe me again.
Mike, did you ever see the countdown timers? You go to a sales page and it says price increases in, and then it's all zeros.
Yeah. I've seen that, and then it's still the same price as from
And
before.
it's still the same price.
I hate that.
Yeah, you can my countdown timer. I'm a developer, so I wrote my own sales page and stuff by hand because that's what I do.
Yeah.
My countdown timer doesn't reset. Okay, it counts down to the end of the time, and then it disappears because the price changes.
Brett, again, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Brett. If you are interested in picking up Profit Canvas 5th, you're going to be able to grab it at its lowest price along with my special bonuses where Brett's going to be revealing exactly how he was able to take the Profit Canvas software, follow the training, and use the products that are inside the software for you to give away or sell to make a quick $3,000 and how you can do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all